Tam Talks explores life, spirituality, and general weirdness through quirky storytelling and laughter, lighting you up in your life journey. Let's go! All right, guys. I don't know what made me think to do an episode on this, but I climbed a mountain. It's a bucket list item, and I can officially check it off. So when I went to Bali, Indonesia in 2024, I went on a women's retreat. It was fantastic. And one of the optional things was to hike, to climb a mountain, Mount Batur. And I just looked it up. It's, I think, 5,600 feet. So you can hike it whenever, but we did the sunrise hike. So we woke up at 2 in the morning, or we left at 2 in the morning from our hotel place where we stayed. And I don't know how long the drive, I don't think it was that long of a drive. I think it was an hour. I don't know. I should have looked at the map. Anyways, but I believe it takes an hour or two to hike. And no, you don't have to be an expert to hike it. And I consider myself healthy and active. And I had my Blundstones. I did not go and buy like special hiking boots because my Blundstones are awesome. And I had all these visions. So I am terrified of snakes. And so when I decided to go to this retreat in Bali, of course, I researched all the snakes that are there. And so as, the days approached that we would be doing the hike, I started thinking, oh my gosh, we're going to be climbing up this mountain, and I'm picturing kind of like jungle area in the dark with all of these venomous snakes. And some of them, they don't have the anti-venom for, and some of them, like, you can die from. And so I kind of I thought about it, and I was like, maybe this isn't the best idea. But I did it. I went through, and I'm like, no, I'm doing it. So there was a group of, how many were we? 6, I think. And I'm a vegetarian. I take protein. I do a protein shake daily so that I can keep my protein levels. I'm always anemic. I take iron daily. So here we are. We get our little packed lunches because, I think it was 4 in the morning that we were starting to hike, or maybe I don't know, but there was 4 in the morning where I think that was when we started to hike. So I look into our packed lunches, and I don't really, I'm super picky eater. So I had some bun. So this is the fuel. I'm leading up. I'm justifying my story. Anyways, so I didn't eat, because it was just, there was a bun. So that was my nutrition for that morning. It was a bun. And I didn't have I don't think I ended up bringing I didn't, my protein stuff, because I couldn't bring my shaker, my blender. There we go. So anyways, I was without protein for this week and decided to still climb a mountain. So we start hiking. So we get there, and Radita is the name of our guide. Oh my gosh. He was fantastic. He's on my Instagram. So if anybody wants to find him, I think his profile is KT Redita, Redita. He was so awesome. So it's pitch black. We're at the bottom of this mountain, and Redita starts handing out these walking sticks. And we're just like, oh, what do we need walking sticks? What do you mean? Like, we're not old ladies. We're going to go do this. And he's like, no, you take the walking sticks. And we're like, okay. So then we get like headlamps because it's pitch black. We can't see anything. There's bathrooms there. Anyways, there's not bathrooms at the top, apparently. Fine and dandy. So we just start walking, and he's like, oh yeah, it's okay. Like, let's go. And so it's all like kind of gravel. And we had to actually walk through some rice fields and stuff. yeah, I'm trying to think. And we walked through like a little, someone's backyard. Felt like it was so funny. Anyways, we went this way, and then we finally get to kind of the path, and we start kind of ascending. And then all of a sudden it is like you are hiking, like your legs, and it's just up and you're going, and it was wild. So it was okay, but you're stepping on this gravel and think like you're kind of sliding and like rolling a little bit. Some parts were worse than others. Then we see kind of this, like there's some trees, and we're like, okay, awesome. Then all of a sudden we see all these Jeeps, because you could take the option, which some of the people from our group did. They were like, yeah, I think we're not going to hike it. We're going to take the Jeep. And I think it takes you like maybe 2/3 of the way up or something, and you can still see the sunrise and all of that. So anyway, so no, we're hiking. And then there's a whole bunch of other people hiking now. Like, so now you see, and it's just this big stone, gravelly, dirt looking mountain that you're climbing up. And then there's really steep parts, and then there's like decent, you're like, okay. Anyways, I had I had to stop all of us. We kept taking kind of turns where it was like, whoa. And we'd stop. Well, some guy who, I think halfway we stopped for a break for a drink or something. And then the one guy came with us because he knew our guide. And they were amazing. Knew us by name, and like, I'm swearing, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this is ridiculous. It was so funny. And I'm like, but I can do it. I've got this. So people are sliding and wiping out, and I've got a sick sense of humor. Oh my gosh, my legs, I figured out later what happened was the lactic acid, I guess, released. So like my leg muscles basically were locking. And I'm like, okay, this doesn't hurt. I'm breathing fine. Like I'm cool, but my legs are like, ow, no. So I'm like, just go without me. So I'm literally tailing at the end. Well, the other guy stays with me, and we're just talking away, which it probably wasn't helping in retrospect. Anyways, so we get close, and Radita's like jumping back, and he's like, okay, how are you guys doing back here? And we're like, okay, we're good. And he's like moving all around, and he's like, okay, I swear I asked him probably every 5 minutes. I'm like, how much more time till we get up there? And he's like, he'd tell me, whatever, 20 minutes or something. And then, I think it was always 20 minutes until it was actually 20 minutes. And then he's like, okay, we got to go fast because we're going to miss the sunrise. Anyway, so we're booting it. I'm like, oh my gosh, my legs. It was crazy, like wild. I had no idea it would be that hard. And my Blundstones held up. A couple of the other girls wore like hiking boots and had horrific blisters, like horrific. Anyways, we made it to the top, and holy, what a feeling. It was cloudy, so it wasn't the view, but it didn't matter. It was the fact that we did it, because there were points where I considered turning around. There was one point where there was this woman, and she was like running around. She was like, I'm not going up. I need to find a way down. And she's like screaming and freaking out. And actually our friends who did the Jeep thing, they saw her because she's trying to jump into people's Jeeps and go, because she had hiked and then changed her mind. And people are like, no, you can't just jump in our Jeep. Anyways, so making it to the top, oh my gosh. And one girl, Cheryl, she brought this little Polaroid camera and took a picture of each of us. So of course we did this whole photo shoot, which Christine was like, oh gosh, here we go with the pictures. It was amazing. It was incredible. There were so many people up there. I had these visions that I'm going to meditate on a mountaintop. No, it was packed. This beautiful monkey. No, I don't know what kind of monkey, but it came up and was like hanging out. It was just beautiful. We saw the sunrise kind of behind the clouds, but we could kind of see a little bit of a view. It was beautiful. It was incredible. And we hung out up there for a bit, and it was everything I thought it would be. It was, and more, and it was challenging and rewarding. And then the way down. So Radita was like, oh, it's much faster on the way down. It's so much easier. Oh my gosh. We're going down, and even in our group, people are like wiping out and sliding. We turn around and they'd be like sitting on the ground. I'm like, oh, we fell again, because I didn't fall though. I did not fall once. Slow and steady. Anyways, but the way down was much faster. But it was amazing. No snakes. And yeah, so Mount Batur in Indonesia, in Bali, look for Radita, KT Radita under Instagram. You can find him. He is amazing. He is so kind. I don't even know who his friend was. It was amazing. He helped all of us. And I was exhausted. I was more tired after that than after I had run a half marathon in previous years. But it was beautiful. It was an incredible. So I highly recommend climbing mountain. I want to climb another one now. But yeah. All right. I hope you enjoyed that story. Go climb a mountain. Peace out. Thanks for hanging out and listening to my wild and wacky Tam Talks. Follow Tam Talks to be notified of new episodes. Peace out.